Mos Def represent most definitely. Jeans is what I used to rock in 83. Drank up all the Kool-Aid at the block party. Used to wish I could break with Rocksteady.
Peace and love. I'm Mos Def. First of all, I want to say thank you to you all for being here to participate in this exciting new mission, ISIS, Instituting Science in Schools, sponsored by NASA. Greetings, fellow explorers. Science and art are two places where imagination, knowledge, and discovery are all vital. When I was a young boy, I always was curious to discover more about the world around me and beyond me. Throughout my life, I've had a great interest to explore and discover, to travel and to learn. There's someone else I'd like to introduce to you whose talents and skills have also allowed him to travel the spaceways and to see the place that is space, face to face. Transmitting live from the dimension of now, please welcome astronaut Leland Melvin.
Hey Mos, thank you for the introduction.
No doubt. Peace. Good to see you,
Peace,
man.
bro. It's great to share with Mos Def here. This stage, as you all well know. It's amazing when I think about the parallels that exist between music and science, especially when it comes to sound waves, which we saw earlier as your music played. Mos, can you share some of the science behind the music?
One of the things that we know about sound is that it travels by waves. Now let's take a look at the structure of a sound wave to see how its shape affects what we hear. This is a wave. The wavelength is the length of a wave measured from the crest of the wave to the trough to the next crest. In music, long wavelengths create low-pitched sounds, and short wavelengths make high-pitched sounds. Now, you also have frequency. Frequency is the number of waves that happen in a certain amount of time. And the shorter wavelength is the higher frequency. It's usually measured in per second in units of hertz.
Also, I can tell from firsthand experience that waves are important for communications on any space mission. NASA uses a system of 8 tracking and data satellites with a network of ground stations to relay in-flight communications with spacecraft traveling close to the Earth.
And maybe some of you out there wondering, well, how does any of this relate to me and my life?
Exactly.
Well, first of all, there's science all around us. Without advance in science and technology, you wouldn't be able to enjoy radio, the television, the internet, YouTube, or some of the...
Or mixing and scratching your music, right?
You know, some of the common things that some of us take for granted every day.
The jobs that you will have in the next 20 years haven't even been imagined yet. You will be using technology that haven't even been invented yet. We need you to become the inventors. You all have the qualities needed for innovation: curiosity, creativity, vision, courage, and enthusiasm. What you need is the math and science skills to back up these qualities. You already have.
Speaking of innovators, can any of you name a person who's created a good and great creative solution to a technical challenge?
Anybody?
Anybody?
Come on, somebody. I know someone has an answer to that. But great, now I can think of one too. Has anyone seen any of the amazing images taken by the Hubble Space Telescope? It is one of our great observatories, and it allows us to uncover the lives of stars and explore galaxies in the furthest regions of space. After NASA launched the telescope, we faced a huge technical challenge. Our telescope's vision was flawed, and the images we received were blurry. So, you know, that was not an easy problem to solve when the telescope is about 380 miles above the Earth. But with every problem, there is an opportunity. And some very creative folks got to work. We developed corrective lenses, corrective glasses for the Hubble telescope. It took 5 long, complex spacewalks by 4 astronauts over 10 days to give the Hubble Space Telescope the vision it was designed to have. Now that was a creative solution to a monumental technical challenge up 380 miles up in space.
Wow, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Can you name someone whose commitment to discovery and exploration has benefited or inspired the world?
What about you over there? That kid over there?
In the blue shirt, the red shirt, the green shirt.
Mos, that's what NASA's all about. We just celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing, where NASA astronaut Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the lunar surface. The Apollo missions inspired the nation and provided us with first-hand scientific knowledge of the moon. And speaking of the moon, we recently had a mission called LCROSS, the Lunar Crater Observation and Sensing Satellite, which was actually designed to crash land in one of the deepest, darkest, and coldest craters on the moon. The main goal of the mission was to kick up a plume of dust from the lunar surface so we could observe the plume and determine what is making up the dust, and in particular, to figure out if it contained water. This is important because water is essential for missions, but it's heavy to transport, so if we can find some on the moon, it means we don't have to transport as much. After traveling more than 5 million miles over 113 days, LCROSS impacted the moon nearly exactly on target at 1.5 miles per second. And yes, we confirmed that there is water on the moon. It's important to remember that you don't always need humans to explore. We send robotic spacecraft and rovers to places that humans can't go. Some are orbiting Mars right now and trekking across the Martian surface, looking for signs of water. On Earth, where there is water, there is life. So NASA is also looking at sending missions to some of Jupiter's moons, like Europa. Europa has a crust made up of a thick layer of ice. Some of Saturn's moons, like Enceladus, also have water. It's so cold there that the ice is like rock on Earth. They even have water volcanoes where the lava is actually slush.
Can you name a person whose original views or research of the world and universe have affected a positive impact on human society?
Mos, remember all those long trips and airplane rides you take? Well, NASA is trying to get you where you need to go more quickly and efficiently and safely.
Important.
We already have an awful lot of planes in the air at any given time, but we need to be able to have even more. NASA is working on things like giving air traffic controllers more efficient tools, making cockpits more user-friendly for pilots so they can get that thing right every time, and modeling and testing airport runways before building them. NASA is also hard at work developing aviation fuels that are made with algae. These are the ultimate in biofuels. Someday your car may run on fuels based on the ones NASA is developing for planes today.
I think we can all name a person in our lives, or someone that we know, or someone that's well known who's had the courage to do or try something that inspired others or blazed the trail or led the way for other people. Why don't you share with us, Leland, how your experiences shaped you and helped you to achieve your goals and your dreams?
Well, thanks for the recognition and kind words, my friend. But without the support of my parents, teachers, family, and community, none of my accomplishments would have ever been possible. But without fantastic achievements by our engineers, mathematicians, and scientists, behind the scenes, I never would have gotten to space.
Leland, man, it's really a pleasure to be here with you, man. You are an inspiration. It's the honor to be here with you and, learn from you and, share your experience. Most people see the accomplishments, they see the end result, but they may not see so much of the intense work and preparation that it takes to get from point A to point Z.
Yes, one of the most important parallels we want you to come away with is the ability to use creativity and innovation to solve problems. And whether you want to travel towards the stars like myself or become a star like Mos Def, it is important to strive towards achieving your dreams and to put the work necessary into those dreams to make them a reality.
That's right. And whether we are stars in science or on stage or screen, to quote Sly and the Family Stone, everybody's a star.
Exactly.
And we can all light up the world and make it a little bit brighter, a little more radiant, a little better than it was than when we got here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Peace, my brother.
God bless, man. Believe it, achieve it, know it, own it, imagine it, plan it, explore it, form it, design it, find it, make it, arrange it, create it, change it, Try it, renew it, improve it, do it, draw it, define it, pursue it, become it, live it, love it. Peace.